How to tell if someone's evil and they secretly don't like you, like they perceive to, and they're only lying. If you are trying to find out if someone doesn't like you or not, it's real easy to tell. You can tell that this person doesn't like you by their mannerisms, by their facial expression, by side conversations they may be having with other people. And also you could tell by the way they talk to you, the way they treat you. Do they say things to you that leave you thinking about them for hours at a time, but they aren't positive? That person probably has some hatred towards you. Let's take a deep old dive into this conversation, shall we? All right? If someone has a level of hatred towards you, it's real easy to see it. You can tell because most likely you can feel the negative energy coming off of this person and what they're saying. There are certain things that people say that are anchors. An anchor is something that's said to trigger a person. Whether this is an anchor you've discovered because you've had some time to think about what this person has said and it finally hit you like a ton of bricks, or whether this is something they said that immediately triggered you, like Craig when he hit Debo with a brick. They're going to hit you with some bricks. So whether this is something that you catch on to a little bit later after being around this person and it finally just dawns on you, or whether you realize that this person just said something and it just delivered a devastating blow. They will say things to harm you. They'll say things that will cause you to look over what they said a little bit deeper than the average conversation. And that's how you possibly know what this person said is evil. I mean, that this person is what they said is evil, and what they're doing is evil, and they're evil. And these don't have to be outright evil, straight in your face. It doesn't have to be that way. This person can be low-key, having something to say toward you, but it's not easily detected. It's like you have to pick it apart like a puzzle. It's something that you'll end up saying to yourself over and over again, and then you'll catch it. And it's not right when people do things like that. But the thing is, why they're evil and how you could tell they're evil is because they'll let you know they're siding on the evil team. They're siding on the evil side of things. And they'll let you know that. They'll let you know that by the things that are coming out of their mouth, because they think they're slick. They think they're able to hide behind this fake facade that they show you. They think they're one of the greatest actors in the world. But what they really are, lo and behold, is a fake person. What they really are, lo and behold, is a snake. What they really are, lo and behold, is someone that you shouldn't trust. This person is talking about you behind your back. This person is relaying information that is supposedly just supposed to be between you and them. They don't really respect you like that. That's how you know a person is evil. When a person puts on one layer and then they take off that layer, they shed that skin to go and be around others, that person has a lot of hatred towards you, and that person is a snake, and that person is fake. What they'll do is they'll put on one layer of clothes, one snake skin, the snake skin fake skin. They'll put on the snake skin fake skin to deal with you. And that's when they usually tell on themselves because they can't control themselves. They can't contain themselves. That evil just gotta slip out. That negativity just gotta slip out. That toxicity just gotta slip out. They have to tell on themselves. They can't just be normal and have a conversation with you. Because they have to gaslight you. It's a part of their program. They can't keep it real with you. They can't be honest with you. They can't be true to you. They can't treat you in a way that doesn't cause you to later dawn on what they say. The things that they say will cause you to ruminate. They'll cause you to ruminate with the things that they say. They'll say something that will leave you stuck and leave you constantly thinking about what they're saying for majority of the time. And it's frustrating because you have this person that is playing with you. This is someone that is supposed to respect you, but you have this person constantly throwing shade, constantly giving you little hints that they don't really respect you like that. They think you're stupid. They think you're a fool. They take you for a fool. They don't even take you as who you're supposed to be or what you think you are. And the thing is, that's okay, but they have to let you know because they can use that as a weapon against you. They are trying to weaponize how they feel towards you against you. They don't have to let you know that. They could go off and live their life and think whatever about you they choose to think if it's not good. If you don't have anything to say, don't say it at all, especially if you're not trying to help a person. And that's another sign that you know a person is evil. They have a constant flow of negativity to send your way. They'll point out all sorts of things that you do wrong, but without adding any help, without trying to help. They'll suggest to you all your flaws. They'll point out all your flaws, but they won't have anything good to say as far as help comes, as far as help goes. They won't have anything to be able to help you with. But if they could spend that much time pointing out everything that's wrong, if they actually truly cared, don't you think they'd be able to point out something that was right? There are people, don't be fooled by what seems to be people's good intentions. People do weird things all the time. You will not understand the mind of a devilish person, an evil person. Not as a good person. You can't even grasp the understanding of that. It will cause you to waste a lot of time just ruminating over what someone does. Ruminating means constantly to think about over and over and over again. You don't want to constantly be thinking about what people do over and over and over again, but that's what gaslighting does. That's what the things people say in that type of manner, that's what they do. The things that people say that are meant to cause harm and to cause you to break down and to cause you to feel negatively about yourself, that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to leave you thinking about it. Why'd they say this? Why'd they do this? That's what it's supposed to do. Because they're not outright with it. They're not to your face with it. They say it to your face, but they say it in a way to where you got to solve the equation, or over a matter of time, they'll be able to get away with it, and then sooner or later you'll catch on to it. That's what they do. They say things purposely like that because they think they're slick. They think they can put on one layer of skin around you, and then when they get from around you, they think they could take that layer of skin off. So if you have people around you that are constantly criticizing you without adding any help, without adding any suggestions for you to do better that aren't gaslighting you. You'll have people that'll just say certain things that will not help at all, and they're purposely trying to say that just to be part of the problem instead of the solution. And I mean, let's call a spade a spade. That actually happens. It happens. There are those who are more negative than positive, and they're not concerned about you feeling good about yourself. They're not concerned about you finding a solution. They're not concerned about being a good person to you in its totality. You have people that are strange, that don't mind participating in strange behavior. And when you have people that hate you, they just behave in a way that you wouldn't to them, but they try to cover it up. So you have a person that's not necessarily good. You have a person that's not good, but they're trying to perceive themselves to be good. They're trying to make it seem like they're good. They're trying to show themselves in a way that makes others think they're good, but they're not. It makes you throw up when you get around it, because they perceive themselves to be a certain way. They show other people that side of them. And it's like, you really think this person is that way? But that's how people will behave. And it's sick because it takes the person who's not really aware of this to figure it out. It takes them some time to figure it out. Call it what you want, but sometimes it takes people time to figure this out, because they're blinded by the care that they have for other people. And what these people do is they take advantage of this. They take advantage of the fact that you care about them, and they'll try to say that you do that to them. They try to flip this. This is how you know people are evil. You'll have someone that is doing something to you that's not right. And when you try to solve the problem or resolve the issue, what they're going to do is deflect. They're going to try and what they call as flipping the script. This person is going to try to flip it back onto you. So that way all the attention is off of them. You never thought they'd not want the attention, huh? There's some times where they don't. They'll take the attention off of them. And when it comes to accountability, they don't want any of the attention on them. They'll turn inside out and bounce to a parallel universe. Where'd they go? I don't even know. They don't even know. They're just not here where this accountability has to be taken. So they'll flip the script. I don't know what you're talking about. We're good to you. Nobody does that to you. What are you saying? You're seeing things. You need help. There's something wrong with you. Nobody's treating you that way. And then they go back to treating you that way right after saying that. Comments, remarks, behavior, attitude, treatment. But you're just supposed to act like it doesn't exist, because you're hired, or because you're loved, or because you're in a relationship. There are a lot of people who think they're doing something that they're not. I mean, if you have somebody that thinks they're doing something and they're not doing it, they're not doing it. There's all types of things that a person, say somebody wants to be something. If they're not that, they got to go back to the drawing board and reanalyze their situation, their life, their goals, all of that. Where can I pick up from? Where can I go back to the drawing board, make some corrections, and pick up from there? If you're something that you think you are and you're not, or you're doing something that you think you're doing and you're not, just because you say you're that or you're doing that, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. You could say you're this all day long, but if you're truly not doing that, then you got to go back and do it right so you can. But you have people that's not what they're about. You have people that aren't about self-improvement, correcting themselves, making sure they're the best version of themselves for themselves and others. I would have more respect for a person that's willing to change, that has some ways to go, versus somebody who's got it together and thinks that they're perfect. A lot of people who feel that they're perfect don't want to listen to what you have to say. They're perfect. You have to listen to what they have to say. You have to deal with them as who they are because they feel they're better than you in their heart of hearts. And that's okay. That's totally fine. But here's the thing. Whether you're going to stick around to put up with that is up to you. Alright, so when people hate you, secretly they're going to play all types of games with you. And you're going to have to really pay attention, because there are going to be sides of you that they'll use against you to try to blind you about how they really feel about you. Alright, so they're going to use how you feel towards them against you. They're going to weaponize that. And they're also going to weaponize certain things about you that need to be fixed or that you need to work on, but they're not going to provide any solutions. They're just going to hint at it. So even though, you know, they mean these things to you for bad, it's still going to turn out for your good. But that's how you know a person is evil. You may have someone that comes at you and says something diabolical, says something that makes you feel terrible about yourself. Now you got to go back and think, and it's like, I got to work on this, I got to work on that. And you may have to work on these things, but for people to keep pinpointing things, for people to keep pointing at things, and it's not like they mean any good by it. It's not like they're like, hey, you know you need to work on this, or hey, you know you got this issue or this problem. They talk about it, and they speak about it indirectly to you. They'll speak indirectly to you about something that you need to fix or something that you're dealing with. That's a person that's reveling in your misfortune. That's a person that feels up because they know you're down in a certain area of life. That's an evil person. A person that is good would want to see you up in all areas of life. They wouldn't look at you struggling in one area of life and clown you just because they're helping you in another. That's not what good people do. Good people don't help you and then treat you like trash about certain aspects of your life, especially in an indirect manner, to where if you weren't intuitive, you wouldn't be able to pick up on it at all. Thank God you're intuitive, because you're able to pick up on these little slights and the shades that people throw. And really all it does is help you. Like, okay, I could fix this, I could fix that. You see these people as workers, worker bees. They want to be in the hive. Well, guess what? They're worker bees and they work for you. They're not the best employees, I'll tell you that. But what they make you realize about yourself, you have the power to fix. You have the power to control. You have the power to make better. Don't go feeling down or feeling bad because somebody wants you to recognize something about yourself that's either not good, not positive, not one of your strongest areas in your life, something that you need to work on in your life. It'd be different if they were like, hey, I see this thing, I recognize this about you. I want to pull you to the side and tell you that you should work on this because it would help you be better. It would help you be greater. You would actually benefit from not doing this. So I just wanted to pull you to the side because, you know, I actually rock with you. I actually want you to do well. So there you go. But no, you have people that do not do that. And that's how you know a person is evil. They have evil in their heart. That's how you know that. All right. So there are people who will take off, you know, they'll put on another skin and then take that skin right off, shed it as soon as they get away from you. So be wareful of people that it seems like they're putting on some level of fakeness just to deal with you. If you could tell people are being fake with you, then that person is probably evil. All right, because why would someone deal with you if they didn't need to, just to be fake with you? It's got to be something that they're getting from it. Anybody that's getting something from a relationship with you that you're unaware about is evil. It's supposed to be an equal exchange. Anything that someone is getting, both parties are supposed to be aware of that some way, somehow. Some way, somehow. But when you have parties that will just try to, and it's the supply. It's the supply. They're getting supply off you without your knowledge. They're draining you without you knowing it. They're draining you without you even knowing it. And if people really feel that way towards other people, why would you even deal with someone like that in the first place? You're the type of person that anybody that does not deal with you the right way, you're either going to let them know, try to talk about it, and if you can't work it out, you're just going to let bygones be bygones and just move on with your life. Because playing games is a waste of time. Adults do not play games. Only children play games. And as a spiritually mature person, you're an adult. And you don't have time to play games with people who are deep in their game playing because they just decided that they were going to stay at the level that they wanted to and not change. You have people who want to stay at a certain level, and how dare you think you're going to come into their life and change who they are. They were who they are for a long time before they even knew you. Who are you to think that you could change them? You're not necessarily trying to change them. All you're trying to do is see if that you can get some fair treatment from them. But for people who make it difficult or make it seem like you're trying to turn the world upside down just by having them treat you a certain way to where everybody is content, everybody can feel good, there's no respect there for you. So wherever there's no respect there for you, stop going back there. Stop dealing with folks. Stop being so friendly to those people. Treat them in a way to where you can not be taken to sleep by what they do for you or what they mean to you. You have a team of people that treat you weird and you work there. Just because they're able to provide work for you doesn't mean you shouldn't ignore the fact that they're weird to you. People are weird to you, you back off. No love lost, no offense taken. No, you're not an enemy to me. I just view you as someone that needs to stay over there and I need to stay over here. I need to keep my distance from you, that's all. I can't participate with you in anything other than just a normal passerby. That's really all it is at that point. Once you see that people really don't have the type of love for you like they have for others, like, okay, they mess with this person, but they don't mess with me like that, cool. Another thing is, like, when people want you to fight for their affection, fight for their respect, people want you to fight for their acknowledgement, those people are evil. They don't see you the same way they see everybody else. In fact, they see you as better than them, low-key, and they want you to grovel to them and they want you to pay homage to them only because you're better. Someone who feels that way about you because they feel you're better than them, that's a sick person, and that person has some evil in their heart towards you. And they're jealous because they feel that they should be above you, when in reality, in all actuality, nobody's above anybody. But they're putting you above them in their mind for what they lack, what they feel you have that they don't, what you're able to do that they feel they can't, the good that they feel you have access to that they honestly believe in their heart of hearts that they don't have access to. You're the star of your own show and they can't stand it. They want to be the star of your show, but they can't. They try to be the star of your show, they're going to end up being a fallen star. All right, people are lying, and it's real easy to see when someone is not who they perceive to be. It's easy to see. You'll be able to tell because this is how you know someone is evil. They do things you don't like. People who know you know you. You talk to people, you conversate with people, you get to know people, they know you. You work around people for a little bit, they watch you so closely, damn it, don't they? They know you. Monitoring spirits, narcissistic people, they don't know how to push buttons for no reason. They study you. That's what's evil about it. When you have somebody studying you to get to know you, only so they can bother you or pick at you or poke at you or prod at you or try to control you, that's an evil person. That's how you know someone is evil. When it seems like, how does this person know how to bother me? And why would they want to know how to bother me? They want to weaponize what they know against you and use certain things that would harm you to harm you because it's a way that they get to take out on you, you being better than them. This stuff is serious, folks. You're not necessarily better than anyone, but you're better than certain people. And it's because of the whole reason behind you being chosen. You being chosen makes you better than them in their sight. It's just like Joseph and his brothers. He had a vision. He was seeing dreams. That's somebody who's chosen. That's someone who has a connection to a higher power. They hated on him for that. And you have people that hate on you, but they hide it. They don't have a whole group. Even if they are in a group, we're not in biblical times. They're going to put you in a spiritual ditch. They're not going to go dig a ditch and just throw you in it. They're going to put you in a spiritual ditch. They're going to put you in a state of lowliness, in a state of depression, in a state of unworthiness, a state of self-loathing, a state of self-hate. Because why? They're projecting their energy onto you. And that's how they feel about themselves. And they're not going to be happy until you feel that way too. And when they get you finally to feel bad, that's why they're all up in your face smiling, hi, asking you how you're doing, because they see that what they did is finally affecting you. And now, because they're not going to be happy until they get to you, now they're finally happy. That's how you know a person is evil, by the wicked acts that they do, and you can tell it brings joy to their heart. When somebody does a wicked act and you can tell it brings them joy, that's a very cruel individual. That is someone that's someone that needs to repent. That's someone that needs to think again. But they don't want to think again because they think they're perfect. They think they've got it all together. They think they're better than you. But for real, they think they're better than you because of you not knowing who they are and what they're capable of, and they view that as a weakness to you because they see it as, you're supposed to know that we're in a war. You're supposed to know that I don't like you. You're supposed to know that I'm against you. You're supposed to know that I feel this way towards you. But since you don't, I'm gonna view that as a weakness. And I'm gonna view myself as better than you, even though in my mind, even though in their mind, they still view you as being better than them. But when it comes to how they treat you like you're not better than them because of what you're clueless to, what you're unaware of how they truly look at you. And they know that some of us haven't come into our full awareness of who we are yet. Of having all this power that they desire, having all these good traits and good qualities and good characteristics that they wish they had, that you use easily and effortlessly. These are your gifts. Don't be ashamed to use your gifts. So they're going to try to make you feel stupid. They're going to try to make you feel like nobody makes mistakes. They're going to try to make you feel like they're perfect and everything is wrong with you. But guess what? After a video like this, you shouldn't care. Because you know this person is evil, and evil is going to do what evil is going to do. Now that you're aware, I hope you know how to fight back. I hope you know how to distance yourself and separate yourself and get away while you have a chance. Thank you for watching this video. Pound the like button, pound the share button. I'll see you in the next one. Peace, love, and light. If you support my channel, please send a donation. It will be gratefully appreciated. All right, so that way good things can happen to me, and I can stay in a good, positive, peaceful environment, and I can continue to create good, positive videos like this one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.